Spesh. All right, welcome to the Spesh ranks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Final Fantasy logos. Now, this is my list, my opinion list. Tim doesn't know anything about the order of this, so this is a live reaction.
That's right.
From
I'm
your
just
end.
excited as you people, you losers.
Yeah, that's right. So we're both big Final Fantasy marks here at the Spesh. I just had a random idea when I was at work the other day. I was like, I should rank the logos. Because I love the logos, mate. I think it's a real nice feature of the Final Fantasy series, is these logos.
They're
Based on the Amano art.
they're eye-catching. I always kind of look at them and...
Exactly. So a bit of housekeeping first, mate, of the rules of this ranking, because there's a bajillion Final Fantasy games, and they all have logos technically. So, and there's also quite a few alternate logos, if you're aware, such as the PSP versions of Final Fantasy 1 and 2. And the DS remake of 4 has a different logo too.
Hit me with the rules.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Not the list just yet. Also, not to mention, mate, the original Famicom versions of 1, 2, and 3 in Japan, they didn't have the sort of standard logos, what you'd think of when you think of Final Fantasy. And obviously the same goes for the US or Western releases of 1 and 2, 4, and 3, 6.
Yep.
You get it. Also, no spin-offs, mate. No spin-offs. No tactics. No Final Fantasy 4 After Years.
No Crystal Chronicles.
Exactly. Just the main numbered entries, but I will include 10-2, 13-2, and Lightning Returns, because that's basically 13-3.
Are you in 11 and
Oh, sorry, 11 and 14. Yeah, they're numbered entries, baby.
Okay, cool, yeah.
All right, so, and also just quick, small warning, there might be spoilers. There's probably a couple of little light spoilers for the games, because the logos are usually tied in with the themes and events of the games, so you've been warned. One of them's definitely got a spoiler, and I know that for sure. All right, let's do it, mate.
You've been warned.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So there's 18 by my count, all right? So number 18, what I think is the worst logo. No shock here. I don't think no shock here.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's like, it's fine as a game logo, but you know, when you put it up against the other Final Fantasies, like, it's really, you know,
that sucks. I don't think I've probably seen that before.
Yeah, because it's different. But I thought I had to include it because I put 13-2 in, and this is basically 13-3.
So bad you didn't even put the full title of...
That's right. It's just the Hardy Boys pendant above.
They were like,
Lightning
Returns. You didn't even put the name in.
Oh no, but that's just on the thing I'm showing you.
Yeah, all right.
Tim's got a rough edit of the video in front of him. That's gonna look better than this in post. Yes. I'll put a little image of what I'm showing Tim up right now for context. Don't mention the PowerPoint again.
I won't.
I'm just showing Tim a PowerPoint to get his live reaction. I haven't edited anything yet. L returns is what I have in front of me. Couldn't have been bothered. All right, back on track.
Yeah.
So number 17.
Yep.
Final Fantasy 9.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough. You're not shocked it's this low?
What is it again?
It's a big gold crystal. It's
Yeah,
just a big crystal, right?
Yeah.
So the whole thing, the whole gimmick of, well, not gimmick, the whole thing they were saying about Final Fantasy 9 before it was released was the crystal returns, right? Because it's kind of like a throwback to the older games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a crystal, which makes sense, but it looks like just a big gold nugget. I hate it. I think it looks dumpy and crap. So, this is my opinion, obviously.
So we're ranking it based on not the font,
logo,
just literally the logo.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's not about the, I should say, it's not about the game quality in the slightest.
Yeah.
It's just the logo.
Yeah, but I mean like the font. Like are we including the font with the logo? Or we're literally talking about the back.
Oh, we're just talking about the logo, mate. Because they all just say Final Fantasy in the same font as usual.
Fair enough. Yeah, no,
it's just the logo.
Yeah. When you take away the words, that looks like nothing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I've always very much disliked it. But yeah, no, 9's one of the best games. I get it. Nothing about the game. All right.
Yeah, no, just never realized how bland that one was.
It is bland, isn't it? It's a big gold turd. All right, so number 16, mate.
Yep.
Next on the list, Final Fantasy 11.
Oh yeah,
the first MMO. Right. And they're like, it looks good this close when you're looking at it up close and personal like this, mate.
Yeah.
But just as a whole image, I think it's just messy. You know what I mean? I don't find it pleasing to the eye.
Fair enough. I can see the...
Now, it's got all the people, because, you know, it's online.
Yeah,
game,
no, I
so
get that. I was going to say, it's kind of cool.
And it's got all the races you can choose at the front, you know. There's a bird for some reason I never really played. I don't know if that has bearing. I've just never been a big fan. I find it too, like, there's too many spears. Look at all those spears on the sides.
Oh, fair enough. You know, like, I like that it's including all those, like, characters and stuff and, like, background people to show what it is, but...
But you see why maybe I don't like it so much? I get why people like it, if people like it. I've actually never seen a video like this. I didn't look it up because I'm sure there's much better ones on YouTube. I didn't want to get disheartened, mate.
Oh, believe in yourself, mate. These people are.
Yeah, look at them. All right. So number 15, mate. Next up, 13-2.
Yep. All right.
So I think it's a good, like a Mano kind of drawing art, right? But there's something about the composition of it that I find kind of boring. It's just two people, you know, but there's not like, and they're just, you know, dark, light. It's obviously, it's lightning and chaos. Caius or whatever is the antagonist on the left.
Yeah, right.
And there's lightning on the right. But, you know what I mean? Like, I just find it to be kind of boring, in my opinion.
That's
I like
fair.
the colors of it.
Good color scheme, but it's not much of a. No, fair. I'll pay that, mate.
Yeah.
I'll pay
It's
that.
two nice drawings, Amano drawings of the characters, but there's not much going on.
Yeah.
It's just the protagonist and antagonist, and there's nothing else really special there. All right, mate. Number 14, Final Fantasy 12.
Oh, really?
One of my personal favorite Final Fantasies, as
Yeah.
Tim knows. This is...
What did you like about it?
What don't I like about
Yeah.
it? So this is Judge Gabranth, by the way. He's not like the main bad guy, but he's he's an everlasting theme in the game, essentially. He sort of represents the whole judges and the themes of 12. So I get why he's the logo. But it's very vertical.
Yeah, I was going to say.
extremely
It's
vertical.
very vertical. It kind
Which
of
is
changed the.
Not the only thing I dislike about it. I don't know. When I first got the game and I saw it, the nice PS2 plain white, case, I was like, I don't love that.
It's very different.
It is very different,
compared
which
to
is
the other
fine.
ones. I like the colors of it.
I got nothing against different logos, Mitch, which you'll see later.
Oh, I really like the colors.
I like
of
the
this.
color scheme.
Colors remind me of 10.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think of the big like stain on the right? The big spoot mark.
I don't
going
mind
down.
it, to be honest. I think
I like that it adds to it.
the vertical motive.
Yeah, it really adds to the verticality of it, mate.
Yeah.
But I don't really like the verticality of it, so it kind of...
Or if you don't like the vertical aspect of it, mate, why would that make you like it
Exactly.
anymore?
This one's very sketchy too. Not much detail, as you can see. Like, look at his swords and stuff.
What's that thing on the right supposed to be?
Nothing. It's just
Okay.
like I'm pretty sure it's just a flourish.
Just a
So I don't
paintbrush.
hate it, because we're into 14 now. Like, 18, 17, 17.
Yeah.
I don't like those at all. This one, I don't hate. But also, mate, the thing about this list, you know why it's so hard?
What?
They're all great. It's Final Fantasy, except 9.
Yeah. You could flip this,
That might
mate.
make
Just
sense.
rotate it to the left.
Sort of it's on his side.
Yeah, so it's horizontal.
Yeah, like, true. All right, so next up is number 13, mate.
Yeah.
It's Final Fantasy 14, the second MMO.
I've never looked at this logo before.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
So the one on the left, is the original. And then the one on the right there is the sort of Realm Reborn one. It's the same thing, just
Oh, I
blue.
hate that Realm Reborn one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. It looks a bit messy.
It looks messy as because of the colors they've done to it.
Now, I like the color scheme of the original quite a lot.
I like that one a lot too.
And I like the, it's kind of pleasing to look at.
Yeah.
It's just like kind of like just a spiky, like a sun almost, And I like it. I like how it looks. And I'm pretty sure, I'm not confirmed, but it's 14 characters in there, which is a nice little clever.
Oh, yeah, right.
For Final Fantasy
So we
14.
can count now.
I can't really put into words so much that why I like it more than the other ones, but I do. That's all it really needs to be, doesn't it?
It looks about to be 14-ish.
Yeah.
Just a rough count. No, I hate that one on the right, like the one on the left.
Yeah. The one on the right, it kind of loses a lot of its detail, and it's, so
Just messy as.
it's a bit messy. All right, here we go, mate. So number 12.
Yeah.
You might be a bit surprised by this one,
Alright.
because you know me. Final Fantasy 5.
Oh, no, because it's Nick's favourite Final
Yeah,
Fantasy.
so Final Fantasy 5 is my favorite
We're
Final
not
Fantasy.
ranking the games, are we?
Huh?
We're not ranking the
Exactly,
games.
we're not ranking the game, so you'd think maybe I'd have some nostalgia bias for this one, but I've always been disappointed in the Final Fantasy V logo. I wish it was better. This is my top 3 games all time, It's my favorite Final Fantasy game. Something I would even get a tattoo of or something like
Tell
that.
me why you don't like it, mate.
Look at it. It's a Windrake, right? Which do play a role in the story. I feel like I've always thought that having it as a Windrake is a missed opportunity because there's you could have the antagonist, you could have the 4 heroes, you could have the jobs, you could have like a thing featuring a bunch of the jobs in the game because the job system is so prevalent in it. I just thought having a Windrake, I get it, but I don't agree. And I've always thought this design, because it's I like simple. I'll say that, mate. I like the simple symbols, but this one's just a lot of,
What are you ranking?
you know.
So are you when we talk about logos, are you taking relevant,
No, I'm just, no, I'm
like
saying that's-
relevancy to the?
No, that's just an aside. I
Yeah.
think it's a missed opportunity, which isn't a factor in my ranking. I just don't like this.
Fair
If
enough.
it was a Windrake that I liked, then it would be higher.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I just think it's quite boring.
All right, fair
You know
enough.
what I mean?
Yep, fair enough. Not much. Little. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So not enough detail for me, mate.
Yeah, it's very undetailed.
Yeah.
Just that's
it's
what you
it's
just
nice
said.
in its
but-
simplicity and its color scheme, but it's not one of my favorites. That's why
alright.
it's got the 12 spot. Now, speaking of simplicity, on the other end, mate, we've got number 11 here, which is Final Fantasy 13. Too much going on, in my opinion. Too many lines.
What is happening on that?
Yeah,
Who's in
so
it?
this is Cocoon,
Okay, yeah.
and then the very
yeah.
bottom is like the pendant that Sarah wears or whatever, I believe.
I just realised that the reason why I've never really noticed this logo is because it's quite small on the cover, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
The lightning's huge on it, isn't
yeah,
she?
yeah, I
Takes
think
up-
so.
Takes up like most of the cover.
Well, Final Fantasy 13 is just down there, but I don't want to get up and look at it.
Pretty sure it's lightning, like taking up most of the right or left hand side of the cover, and this is just kind of like in the
Yeah. Oh well, we'll find out, I guess.
yeah. Could be wrong, but
Could be wrong.
This just looks really
Yeah,
unfamiliar
I've
to
never
me.
really had a good long look at it myself, but now that I've done all this research and looking at it,
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
know.
I just don't love it.
I don't know what's going on up there.
Don't love it, but I like it better than the other ones.
Who's at the top?
I assume that's Lightning or Sarah or something, or Hope. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think that's hot.
No, not Hope. No, who's the other Vanille? I don't know.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's fine.
SARS.
It's just a little Snow.
Yeah,
There
nice.
he is. So it's just a little too much going off here, but I do like it. I just think it could have been maybe a little less liney.
Yeah,
You know?
fair enough. It's not. I don't like it that much.
Yeah, that's all right. Here we go, mate. Number 10.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the start. Final Fantasy 1. I like this logo.
This is nice.
I think it's a nice, simple. So this is just one of the heroes of light or whatever. One would assume it's the warrior knight class, but you know, it's just a drawing of a guy, really, or a girl. Who knows? Yeah. But like, I like it. I think it looks good behind the text as well.
Yeah.
It's got that kind of like length to it, the horizontal, nice and simple. You know, just enough detail in this one.
You like the simplicity of this one.
Yeah, it's got a nice balance of
Okay.
simplicity and detail. You know.
Yeah.
What do you think? You like it?
I like it. I've never really noticed or paid attention to this one before.
Now there is, like I said at the very start, there is an alternate version of this one on the PSP, but I'm not using that because I'm just using the main line. This is what people would assume I would use for Final Fantasy 1. PSP one's more detailed. It's quite nice,
All right.
actually. It's a shame.
Yeah, this one's all right.
Yeah. You'll like the next one, mate. So number 9,
10.
10-2.
Oh, 10-2.
Yeah.
Oh, what? This ranks so high for you.
First of all, the color scheme kicks ass.
That's really nice, isn't it? It
Yeah.
kind of directly comes off of 10,
Yeah,
actually.
exactly.
Yeah.
But this one's very vibrant. And I just like the composition of it. And I like how simple it is. It's them. You know what I mean?
It's just them doing
It's not like the villain. It's not like it's
Yeah.
not like the what's the ship called?
the Celsius.
Yeah, it's not the Celsius or something.
Hmm.
Like it's just them, and it looks awesome. You know what I mean?
No, it's-
And I feel like having Riku on the left with the brighter colors going into the darker colors,
Yeah,
with
with
Pain on the
Pain,
right,
yeah,
it makes
that's
sense.
good.
Like it's a good bloody logo.
No, I like this
We're
one.
getting into the good
yeah,
ones
it's
now.
the three protagonists with their signature weapons just striking a pose.
That's right there.
Hey, were, like, I don't remember, was this kind of the first logos that just had the main characters in it?
Oh
Like
well.
all of them? Just,
Yeah, I think so. Now I'm just looking back.
and
at
then,
what
hey,
we've done.
you were just talking about how
Oh,
you...
well, besides 11 and 14 and stuff.
yeah, but that's what I was going to say, you wouldn't have minded before when it was the
Yeah,
Windrake.
yeah,
if it was like
exactly.
the four protagonists, or here you go.
yeah. So there you go, mate.
Yeah. No, I like
So-
this one.
Because yeah. All right. So here we go. Number 8 is Final Fantasy 3.
Oh, yeah.
I love this one.
That's
just-
very, staring at me.
Yeah, he's looking
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So this is meant to be Lunith. So the thing about 3 is the original logo obviously didn't have this scheme because
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 4 I think was the first one to start the whole
Mhm.
thing that we think of. So this is the main guy from the DS remake because in the original they were kind of just nameless people,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So there he is. I think it's a good pose. I think it looks really good behind the text because it kind of goes over the text to this cape and stuff like that. I think it's just really nice. It's very Final Fantasy, you know.
Yeah.
I really like it. And I like that's just a simple green into sort of teal. All right, mate. So number 7, Final Fantasy 2. I love this one. I don't know. I can't really put into words why I like this one so much. I like the purple and the pink. I just think it's just a cool picture. And it's the Emperor, which is the antagonist. It looks really good behind the logo. I've always loved this one, but I can't really put into words why.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know? What do you think?
Oh, it's all right.
Yeah. I can see why people might not rank it so high as I am.
Could you maybe like put into words or something like why you don't like it?
Why I don't like it?
Why you do like it?
I just something about
I'm
it.
just
It's
kidding,
got that
mate.
X factor for me, mate.
It's got.
I don't know what it is.
I like the color scheme.
Yeah, it's. I like how simple the color scheme is on this one. It just works with the. I don't know, mate. It's something about the pointiness of it. I don't know. Ever since I first saw it when I got Dawn of Souls on GB, I was like, I like that logo. It feels like because Final Fantasy 2
Who is it?
It's the Emperor, which is the antagonist. I said that before, mate. You
Yeah.
weren't paying attention. I feel like Final Fantasy 2 is such the black sheep of Final Fantasy, you know what I mean? And this
Yeah.
logo is very different as well.
Yeah, fair enough.
It just doesn't fit in with the rest. It's a-
I'm warming up to it.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just trying to
It's
picture the text
something
along
about it.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, moving on.
Who is it again?
Do you want to put into words why I like it? All right, so number 6. All right.
Yeah, go on.
Number
go on.
6.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 15. Now, if you remember,
Interesting. Yeah.
so Tim watched me play through Final Fantasy 15. So the original logo is just the Oracle, Luna.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Luna
here's the
Freya.
spoiler, I suppose, is that once you beat the game and you see the final scene, then it turns into the completed logo, which also has Noctis in it, which is the one I really like. I like them both a lot.
One of Noctis is cool.
It would have made this around this position regardless, even if it was just the original, because I just really like it. This one's big, you know? Something about this big logo really does me. Really gets me
what does
going.
it do you, mate?
It does me good.
No, I like Noctis being in that.
Yeah, I think
that's
the
cool.
Noctis one looks really good. It also changes like the color a little bit, like it darkens it.
Yeah,
It's
it
like,
does,
It's
yeah.
like it just changes a bit.
Add some stuff to it, actually.
I think it's like because
Well, actually, the whole bloody original logo has been changed color-wise.
like the light sort of thing hits each end of it now instead of just the right side. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain what I mean, but yeah, like the light source and the whole image has changed.
That's cool.
It looks bloody nice.
Yeah. Which one? So the one on the left's on the box. Obviously,
Yeah,
the one on the right.
left. I think the one. I don't think it's on the box. I think it's just like them, on the box.
Yeah.
But the one on the left's on the title screen when you first start up.
Because it says, as if they put the right one on.
Yeah. Mate,
Yeah, that's
top
nice.
5, baby.
Oh,
We're getting
nice.
into the top 5. You ready?
Nice. I'm excited.
Yeah, so number 5.
Yep.
Final Fantasy 6.
Yeah, right.
Now,
Yep. Go on, explain.
so first of all, what a striking color palette.
Yep.
Black and red,
Mhm.
Very original, like very different compared to the rest from the past and future. So it's Terra on a Magitech armor. Pretty self-explanatory why they chose that. It's the first part of the game. It's very like telling. It just looks nice.
I like this one,
It's a
actually.
silhouette
Yeah,
too.
I like that.
It's just completely a silhouette, and the red. It's just like super iconic. It's a really, really good looking logo. Not much else to really say about it.
I like it.
Yeah, it's bloody nice.
It sums up 6 in just one little logo. I
Exactly,
think.
mate.
So,
Yeah, like you couldn't really add much more to it, really, because like the whole Magitech thing is a huge part of the story, and Terra's arguably the protagonist. People might say it's Locke, but I disagree. Actually, I don't know what I think about that. Anyway, so number 4, mate.
Yep.
Final Fantasy 7.
Yep.
You knew it was coming.
Yeah, I knew
You knew it was going to
coming.
be high, I bet.
Yeah.
Did you think it would be high?
I think it's too high, to be honest.
Oh,
Yeah.
what do you think of it?
It's all right. It's just, like,
No, it's fair enough. The more I thought it wouldn't be this high, mate, but when I was going through it all, and the more I thought about it,
sure, it's not like because it's so iconic.
nah, mate, this is
Okay.
logos only.
No, but I mean, like, the logo itself is iconic because you've seen it everywhere.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's probably some bias that I've seen it so much,
Yeah.
and it's sort of in my brain that it's meant to be good. But I do like it as a symbol. Also, like I like the little. I assume that's meant to be a little materia up top there.
Yeah.
You know, it's very like appropriate for the game because this is Meteor. Obviously, you played Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah.
thing of the game. Not saying too much about it. It's just nice. This is the whole simplicity of it with just enough detail and exactly what it's meant to be about the game. It's very Final Fantasy 7,
I like the color of it.
and the color scheme's very
I
nice
don't
too.
hate it. Let me
obviously,
say.
yeah.
I just
You just might have a few notches up on you if you had a list.
I don't think it'd make my top 5.
Yeah, no, fair enough. All right, number 3, top 3,
Well, this is exciting. This is gonna.
Final Fantasy 4.
Oh,
I love this one. So this is Kane from the game.
Yeah.
When I was younger and I didn't really look at it too much, I thought it was Cecil who was the protagonist.
Yeah.
When I looked closer, I was like, hold on a second. That's Kane.
I'm very curious as to why this is ranked so high for you.
I think, I don't know. It's similar to the 10-2 thing where it's like it's one of the guys.
This is
it's
very
one of the people from the game.
This
which
is
I really
vertical, mate.
Yeah, but he slots in really well on the thing, and he's not as big as 12. 12's like 5 times the size of the logo just down the bottom. He's like, only, another third of the logo, 2/3 or whatever.
Yeah.
It's down the bottom. But no, it fits in really well with the logo, just enough detail. I like that it's Kane. I really like that it's Kane, who's kind of like the Walker to Cecil's Titus, if I may, if I was put into your context, or Oren. He's got, you know what I mean? He's really important, but he's not the main guy.
Yeah.
Because you haven't played 4 before. Yeah, I like that. It's just a plain blue. It just slots into the logo really nicely.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. This is a bit of nostalgia here for me too.
Yeah.
So 4 was the first game this second Final Fantasy.
All right, man. This whole list is your opinion.
Exactly, it's my opinion. But yeah, I was trying to put into words why I like it so much. Just something about this logo. It's like it's light blue to dark blue. It's very simple. All right, mate.
This one's wrong.
Number 2. Huh?
Nothing. Go on, mate. Go on.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Now, if you've been keeping a mental checklist, once I show you this, you'll know what number 1 is.
I know what's left.
Yeah, that's all right. Number 2.
Yep.
Final Fantasy 8.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I know what that means.
Yeah, you thought this would be number 1.
I thought this would be number 1.
Now,
I thought this would be a number 1 for sure.
Now, clearly, this is Squall and Renoa in a loving embrace.
Yeah, a bit of a...
Because you know what, mate? The creator of Final Fantasy, you know what he calls Final Fantasy 8 what the main point is?
What?
It's a love story.
It is, isn't it?
That's all it is.
It's spelled out from the very start.
Yeah, it's a love story, which is why I like the game so much as well. I'm a sucker for a love story in a video game, mate. I'm a sucker for it.
This is nice, actually. Like,
it's bloody nice, isn't it?
Like, before I never really paid attention to what the logo.
Yeah.
I think all Final Fantasy logos can kind of just look like nothing if you don't pay attention to them.
Yeah, they just look like a nice flourish.
But when you actually look at it, this is a good one.
Now, what keeps this out of the top spot, mate, is I don't love the overall shape of it compared to number 1.
Vertical.
And the color scheme isn't my favorite color scheme.
Yeah. What would you have done?
I'm not bloody Amano, mate. I don't know what I would have done, but I'm just saying, like, it was very close, very close.
You'd have some ideas about what would have. You want some blue in there?
I don't know what I put in there, mate. But I do like the blue and purpley logos and stuff. This one is really good. I really like this.
Yep.
But it's just not my favorite.
Fair
It's just not my favorite. I love that it's them hugging. It's just perfect for the game. All right. Now you know what number 1 is. If anyone's given a mental checklist, you know what number 1 is.
That's awesome.
Final Fantasy X. I bet you're chuffed.
I'm chuffed, mate. That's
so Final
good.
Fantasy X is Tim's favorite Final
game
Fantasy
of all time.
It's his favorite game of all time.
Yeah.
So, what a logo, mate! I know it's big, but it's like not too big, and it like completely encompasses the logo.
It doesn't. Yeah.
And there's a few reasons. First of all, what a color scheme!
Yeah,
fantastic color scheme. It was like Final Fantasy going into the next generation. So it's big elaborate logo for a big elaborate game. It's Yuna doing the sending dance and Kilika.
Yeah, that's
is
right.
what it's based on, I guess. It just looks so nice.
Yeah.
It's so...
Well, I'm nostalgic as for this logo because I didn't know what Final Fantasy was before Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing this logo and I didn't realize until later that the logos looked like this. So
you just thought it was a nice picture.
Yeah, but
it's just like it's got the perfect amount of detail. Even so, with or without the text, with the text, it's kind of square, and the text is very rigid in Final Fantasy. The font is very rigid, so it works. Even without that, it looks really good. Oh, mate,
I can't believe you've done it, mate. I can't believe this ranked you number 1. I agree.
Yeah, but I knew when I finalized the list, I'm like, Tim's gonna love this.
I just didn't think you'd bloody.
So what? Before we wrap up, what did you think would be number 1 for me? 8?
Probably 8.
Yeah.
8 or
any shockers in here for you?
I think 4 ranked pretty highly.
You thought it'd be a little lower? That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I guess like personal bias, I thought maybe 5 would be higher.
That's what I meant. Yeah, I thought that might be a little shocking. What about 9?
That was the shocker of the video. Actually, I didn't think it'd be so low.
Such a good game and a sort of iconic logo, but I think it's crap.
Yeah, it's fair, mate.
I've always hated it.
This one's
again
awesome.
just an opinion
like
video,
one.
but yeah, God, how nice is 10?
It is nice. I just can't believe you ranked it this high.
It's the best, mate.
It is though.
It's got it.
Yeah,
it's got
it
that
does
X
have
factor, mate. Even if it's not my favorite game, or maybe I don't even like it the best from like a nostalgia point of view, but it's the best logo.
Yeah.
I think
the
this
logo with the words.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. That's the video. I think here I'll
thanks for
probably have a nice
watching
little, just like a little recap of all the
Nice.
all the logos. Maybe one day I'll do the spin-offs. Bit of fun.
Yep.
But then we're getting in some pretty deep territory there.
We have to redo this whole video with all the spin-offs
Bloody
included.
hell. That'd be like 30 games. Lightning Returns is a good logo.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Who was that person from the Final Fantasy 2 logo?
Oh, yeah.